Hey, Seventh, thanks for doing this. Just looking at the past few games, the entire team has struggled, but that point guard spot has really been a struggle. So what's just kind of you guys focus, you, Jermaine, Trey, all the point guards, and learn how to handle the ball better and get through these issues?
Like you said, just taking care of the ball right now is probably the biggest issue for me. Just taking care of that ball, just being confident in our game and on there and trying to execute what Frank has for us to execute. Just probably got to do that to the best of our ability.
Is there a fundamental reason why it's not going so well, or is it just you guys playing too fast, or defense is throwing something you haven't seen at?
Nah, we've seen everything. It's just gotta take responsibility. I take full responsibility for mine at least. So just gotta be better, man.
Rick?
Hey, Seventh, good to see you.
What's up?
Frank said that last year, your redshirt year, he had you spend, I guess, most of your time in practice. You were playing the role of the opposing point guard, and instead of running the Gamecock system. Now in your first year of eligibility with South Carolina, just how comfortable are you, and what would you say your confidence level is now after being off for so long?
I feel like sitting out last year did nothing but help me. So my confidence is extremely high right now. Just got to go out there and be able to provide for my team on the court. But from a confidence standpoint, my confidence is where it needs to be.
Michael and Anna?
Hey, Seventh. Coach Martin was talking about and has been talking about the connection on the team and the lack of connection, especially defensively lately. And just as a point guard, how important is it to establish that kind of connection as the guy sort of, running the point? How do you go about doing that? And do you kind of sense that issue? How do you guys kind of build on that?
For a while there was definitely a disconnect, but for the Georgia game, we kind of got better at it. Just kind of start playing for each other, really, just putting our individual goals to the side, just trying to lock in for the team and just play for the guy next to us rather than playing for ourselves, which I feel like we've been doing. But we're just trying to make that adjustment here now.
Colin?
Seventh, how would you guys evaluate your offensive performance, I guess, over the last 5 games, and what do you feel like can be better there when looking at the film?
Just being more aggressive, being where we need to be. I feel like that'll make the game so much easier. Just being in the right spots and just not getting down after one bad play. Just go out there and trying to make it up, try to uplift everybody. It's a game of runs. Some guys gonna play bad. It's just on the next guy to try to lift everybody up and just keep a positive mojo going.
Mitch?
Seventh, it seemed like it was a tale of 2 different games. Obviously, the Vanderbilt game, you guys on the road. But in the Georgia game, the ball was moving. Things were cohesive. Vanderbilt obviously scored 80 points. But what is the key to getting the consistency to making sure the ball moves and it doesn't stick and you guys don't feel like you have to resort to, ISO opportunities, even if they present themselves?
I feel like they're just going back to trusting each other, really. Just trusting each other, playing together. Like I just say, put individual goals to the side and just go out there and play for the person next to us. I feel like that's what we got to do. But that's going to be our biggest challenge going to the long run. But I definitely feel like we're capable of doing it. So,
Colin?
Yeah, so you talked about building trust. I'm just curious. You guys obviously lost a big chunk of that time in December when games were canceled and you guys were on pause. Now that you're playing 2 conference games a week and things are just happening now, how hard is it to build that trust, and what can you guys do in January now to help foster a little bit of that?
Just buying in, really. I don't think it's something hard to do if everybody wants to do it. So just buying in, really, and just seasons, it's February now, so it's coming to the end. Just lock in for these last couple of weeks. Like I said, just buy in for one another. I don't think trusting each other will be hard at all.
Michael and Anna?
I'm kind of imagining myself playing through a pandemic and what it's like. And I'm sure it's, after a loss like against Vanderbilt, when you're not able to do as many things as you can do socially, when you're kind of isolated and all that kind of stuff, I can imagine that you can probably dwell on a loss or a tough game a little bit easier. Just how do you, in a season like this, I mean, how do you kind of flush those bad experiences? How do you clear your head? Are you able to sort of disengage from basketball at all? I mean, just what sort of things do you do to try to just be able to be positive and kind of put those things behind you?
I mean, just learning from it, honestly. I feel like that's always positive, just learning from your mistakes and seeing it on film and just, like I said, it's a pandemic, but it's still basketball. So just go out there on the court, taking practice the next day and just not forgetting about it, but just learn from it and being able to move forward. I feel like that's a big part of it.
Sorry, I was muting myself. Do you consider yourself kind of a film junkie? Do you really like looking at film? And have you sort of, the year that you were sitting out, did you sort of establish a process, I guess, of kind of looking at film and things like that?
I mean, I don't think nobody likes watching themselves make mistakes on film, but it's part of it, really. So I usually try to watch my minutes the next day and just see what I'm doing right, see what I'm doing wrong, and just try to build off of it, really.